What's going on, everyone? This is Jordan with Conquer Trading and Investing, and we're about to take a look here at the S&P 500. You're looking here at the S&P 500 index. This is a CFD that I trade. The ticker is SPX 500 US dollar. The feed is by Oanda. I use FX Choice. You could follow me here if you're trading the ES or the SPX, the SPY. It's all the same thing. Now listen, everyone, today we actually have a very good session ahead of us. Before we get into it, it's going to be a purely technical based session. We're going to look at where we're at right now. What are the next moves? Now, of course, we talk about macro from time to time here on this channel. Today's not the day for that. Today is just working through where we are at and what's our next plan of attack. Listen, if you're the type of person who is just looking to trade, this channel is not for you. This channel is for those who are serious about making money in an intellectual, detached, non-emotional way. Some of you are looking to be in a trade all the time. You're wondering how come I'm not in a trade all the time. I'm in a trade about 10% of the time. 90% of the time, I'm watching and analyzing the market. If that's not for you, then this is not for you. See you later. For those who are serious, let's get into it. Here we are now. We're looking at a 1 hour chart of the S&P right here. Now, a couple of things. We started pre-market this morning. There was a lot of bearishness to the market. A lot of people, the markets opened up down and then continued into this area of support. I'm going to show you why this is marked blue in just a moment. Before we do, let me recap what's going on because not much happened today. This morning, everyone who is available for the live stream, if you're not available for the live stream, do watch us on the replay. If you could join us, there's a link in the description below how to find out when we're doing our live analysis in the morning. I gave everyone this level over here this morning of 28.23, and I said if we trade above that, it's time to look for buy-side trades. Let's look at what happens. We came in early in the morning and were rejected by it. I also said we are neutral. Again, we are neutral. Jordan, how come you're neutral? You've been neutral since Wednesday. Ever since you took those trades Wednesday morning, you've actually been out of the market. That's right. I've been out of the market. On Thursday, the FOMC move was faded. That gave me cause for pause. Wanted to wait and see what was next. Here we are today. Now, I kept everyone out of the short side this morning saying a couple of things have to happen. For us to get short, we're now look over here at this blue line. This was resistance. This is a level that I'm using right now as local support. It's a level the market's focused on. You could see it was resistance over here. Then it became resistance, support, support, support. It's a level, support again, that the market's focused on. If we get below this level for those who are watching and not able to see is at 27.65. If we break down below there, at that point, we're really going to start attacking to the downside. Right now, right above that, you have a line at 27.80. Okay? I am looking at any test of those two areas to lean in off of and buy off of support. Whether it's 27.80 or below it at 27.67, 27.62. Those are two levels that I'm looking to lean in. I'm looking at both of them as support. I will look to buy. We get below the lower one, we open up the downside. Now, this morning what we were looking at doing is if we got above 28.23, we were then looking to go ahead and buy. I told everyone that morning, my instinct is that we're going to trade above there today. Everyone was pretty bearish. I said, I'm not. I have a feeling we're going to take it above there. If we get above there, that opens up the upside for us. Between that level, between 28.23 and 28.58, we have a nice potential long trade. However, if you're following this, at the time we broke above was not really a time of day that you should be trading. Okay? Not only that, since then, there was never a pullback. What's happening right now? Well, right now, you can see that we're pulling back into our trend line but that's not really this time of day an actionable signal we want to take, as well as this is not the time frame, the 15-minute that we want to be focused on this time of day. I'm just giving you a clear view of what's going on. There was never, after the break above our line of interest, an opportunity to come in here and get long. Not yet. That is why patience pays. And I noticed a lot of people in the group watch this afternoon. They're like, listen, I'm in no rush. I'm going to wait for my level. There's going to be another entry, and I'm going to take it then. And that's right. That's what we're still watching right now. We're waiting and watching overnight whether or not we get a test of this level. If we get a nice test of this level, if it holds, that opens up the opportunity to us to go long. Let me go over here and drop up to 30-minute time frame. If I get a test of 28.23 in that area, 28.25, and it holds as support as price resumes up, I do like that short. You could see that this break above that. And again, the reason why I focused in on this morning, this is all stuff that I want you to pay attention to, was because this was the closest resistance. This was the closest support. Once it broke on the open here, it then firmed up as resistance. And then again, once the resistance broke, right now we open up the buy side over here until we come into this resistance of 28.58. I'm going to be watching also to short here into 28.58 if that opens up. Okay? We have the long side potential right now if this successfully tests and holds 28.23. If we are able to look over in this area, manage our trade, if we get into one, see if we take profit, see if we burst through, hold that trade, however it might be. But if this resistance holds at 28.58, if we're rejected by that sometime overnight, that's a place to look to go ahead and fade this and get short. What about the downside? That's a place to get short is over here. A rejection of this resistance at 28.58 brings in the downside. We're, of course, looking right now for the possibility of entering long. What would that look like? That would look like a successful test of this area over here, which is 28.23, 28.25, and a resumption up. Or we're looking, if we do break down and test this support over here, 27.82, around that area. If that holds, looking for long. If we get below that, before getting a resumption signal, test into around, call it 27.62 to 27.67. That whole area, again, 27.62 to 27.67. If we get a test and that area holds, that looks like also a beautiful opportunity to step in long. If we break below 27.62, that's when we're looking to go ahead and really start attacking to the short side. So you have two opportunities to play to the short side. It's below 27.62 or into the resistance at 28.58. And you also have a couple opportunities for the long side. And overnight here, that is a retest and a hold of this local support now we're looking at over here at 28.23, 28.25. And or any attempts below at 27.80, call it 27.80, right? 27.82, or between 27.62 and 27.68. This is the roadmap for where we are right now. Now, there were some interesting things that occurred today that possibly could be discussed. We're going to see how the market reacts before we get into them. I'm focused in on price alone. I'm focused in on the charts. That's the only thing influencing me right now. That's why I'm not bringing in any macro today. I don't want to confuse anyone. I want to keep this analysis short and sweet, help you be able to see clearly what your plan is until we get to the New York session tomorrow in the morning. We'll take it from there. Listen, I'm not able to respond to every comment. It is simply not possible. I do read and try to respond every comment that is possible. If you're taking the time to watch a video, if you're taking the time to a comment, believe me, I'm interested in it. And I will always do what I can, especially if anyone has an important question. Believe me, it's important to me. So I thank you all for your support. Thank you. If you enjoyed this analysis, go ahead and please do hit that like button, help support the channel. All right, everyone. Until tomorrow.